Thank you so much. And thank you so much for everyone for joining. So we're supposed to, or we're going to talk about object level security today, which is something I'm quite excited about. I'm just going to start my own timer here so I can keep track of time. So yeah, object level security and how we can control access to individual tables and columns. And we don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to quickly go over and say we don't need to talk about me. We need to talk about object level security. Basically, object level security is just a different dimension to row level security. So in row level security, we think about controlling what rows our users can see. Often there will be some data in the rows that defines who can see it. It could be like, I'm hearing some echoes. Can someone mute themselves? So it could be a manager, it could be a key account owning specific sales lines, specific customers. There can be all sorts of reasons for wanting to dissect the data in rows. With object level security, we look at it from another angle. We limit the columns or entire tables, but still leave room to do row level security within those columns that are left. So why would you even want to do object level security? Why would you even want to remove some of these columns or tables? So if you have big data models, if you have shared data sets, or if you just have sensitive data, it just makes sense that sometimes not all data are for all users. I think my own favorite use case is the national health thing in Denmark that have some huge data sets. And instead of chopping up each individual lines of who can access what, they actually just removed anything that would identify people. So they removed social security numbers, they removed name, they removed any free text. So you ended up with raw data that wasn't connected to any persons. And that could then be freely handed out to a lot more people. So there's value in removing columns and tables of your data set. But how do we do it? That's what we're going to look at now. So I've prepared a data set. Time is short. We have a pretty standard sales report here: order quantity, sales amount, cost, margin, from a bunch of different tables. We are going to set up some object level security so we cannot have access to all. So we go to modeling. Oh, that's terribly slow. Let's see if we can do something about this. There you go. Just need to be patient. Pretty hard with this short time. So we're creating a role, object level security. I would recommend anyone who does this to add a note to the tables that you're actually going to do this role level security on, because otherwise there's no way for anyone who's checking your model to see that there's actually object level security involved, because it's handled in the metadata of the files, it's handled with external tools. So here I'm marking object level security on my sales table. After creating the role, I can then go and open my external tools. Manually. Now, I need to click that link from in here. So if my Power BI wasn't this awfully slow, we're supposed to go to the external tools menu, click Tabular Editor to get to Tabular Editor. That's completely failing me now. Yeah, so sorry about that, folks. For some reason, my Power BI decided to be incredibly slow. So I'm going to start talking about what we were supposed to go through, and hopefully we will get there, have time to actually show it. So within Tabular Editor, there will be an option to choose the tables, the columns, the everything. And great. Okay. So quickly create the row. There you go. Add comment, go to external tool, and here you will see the role now being here in Tabular Editor. So within Tabular Editor, you will have this overview of the tables that you already added some sort of input to. So for example, by adding the comment, we already prepared this table for us, made it easier for us to actually add it in Tabular Editor. So I can just click this object because I already added the comment, click on table permissions, and I can click none if I want to remove the entire sales table. Pretty easy. Let's say we forgot to add this comment. We can still manually go to a table down here, product, click object level security, click OLS, this is the role, and remove the products. We could do the same for customers. Yeah, and we have customers and products removed now. And by adding this data to them, they're also placed in our settings menu here. So you can now see products is none, meaning that it will be hidden. Same for customers. And you can also do the individual columns in this setting here. So for example, here for the sales amount, I can remove sales amount. I can remove unit price. And I could remove the unit price discount. And now I basically defined some data that we don't want our users to see. So let's see what's actually happening in Power BI after doing this. So we go to Power BI and we cancel here. First we save, then we go to Power BI. The role will be updated because we added this information from Tabular Editor now. Checking the role, and what you'll see, everything starts breaking. And I think that is actually the main point I want to get through to you, that the experience is not as fluid as row level security. You will not have like the same report being reused by a lot of users. With object level security, the data disappears. The columns are actually not existing for those users. So the report will start giving errors left and right. So obviously a big problem, something you could think about. And I think I'll leave you with that main lesson. Using object level security has risk. It can be very powerful, but sharing reports from the same data set with object level security may mess up your reports. So handle it with care. So that was it for today. Sorry about the rocky road. Hope you all learned something, and just thank you for listening. Hope to see you soon.